Hello everybody, I'm Sean.
And I'm Amber.
And we are the couple that grills together. And today we're going to be talking about true made foods. So going on keto, one of the biggest things we had to cut out was sugar. And there was a lot of rubs and sauces that we truly enjoyed, but because of the sugar content, we knew we could not have them anymore. We knew we could make our own sauces and our own rubs, but we didn't want to take our time to do that necessarily because we do work. So we went out and searched of products that were already out there that could definitely work into the keto. And one of the companies we found and their products was True Made. Again, I would recommend going to their website, check out their story. It's very interesting. As far as the founders of the company go, one of them had a family of kids, and something I would have never even thought of. Talked about the fact that ketchup has more sugar in it than ice cream, but his kids were putting ketchup on everything. So that got started, the ketchup thing, because apparently his mother and grandmother would make ketchup with natural sugars with fruits and vegetables. And then one of the co-founders was diagnosed pre-diabetic, and that's what got the sauces going. So the first thing we'll talk about is the ketchup. So I'll say right off the bat, because I've already mentioned it in one video, the biggest thing I can tell you about the ketchup, how to describe it, is you can taste the tomato. You're not tasting nothing but sugar. You can taste the tomato. But anytime we're using something that needs ketchup, like we just made some meatloaf, this is what we used. And so we thoroughly enjoy the ketchup. It's called veggie ketchup, no sugar added. But I'm going to tell you, no matter what kind of ketchup you like, you will definitely like this more, I believe, because again, it tastes just like regular ketchup, except for you can taste the tomato. It's sort of like when we started eating lightly salted potato chips. One of the biggest things we noticed in that was you could actually taste the potato at that time and not all the salt. So that's when I talk about this ketchup, that's what I mean. You're not tasting all the sugars in it. You're tasting the tomato. Yeah. So that's the first one we'll talk about. Now we'll talk about the sauces, though. So Amber found, because of course her researching does wonders for us. She found the company. So the first sauce is called, now they have two different kinds out, right, Amber? They have low sugar?
No, they have the varieties that we have here that are no sugar.
No sugar added.
And then they have one other sauce that's the Kansas City sauce, and it is low sugar.
Gotcha. The Kansas City sauce is low sugar. These are no sugar added. And the first one is Central Texas. And we've used this a few times.
Yes. We made some smoked sausage, and we served it with the Central Texas sauce. And we wanted a little extra kick, and so we added a little bit of hot sauce to it, and the sauce was insane. It was so good. Now, we've also had it without adding any hot sauce to it, but it was really, really great. It reminded me of the hot links that we used to like getting when we lived in Boulder, Colorado, and we would go to KT's. That was what that reminded me of. And that is one of my favorite foods through the years, was the hot links from KT's barbecue.
Oh yes, definitely. They were great. They were great. So the next one is the East Carolina apple cider. Well, you know what? The Central Texas is bold and spicy. Is what it says on the label there. So the East Carolina, made with apple cider vinegar and red pepper.
So that's a really simple sauce.
It's a lot thinner.
Yeah, well,
Because the
All
apple
it
cider.
is it's just apple cider vinegar, and they put some red pepper in there, which that's one of my favorite things to have when it comes to sauce. Now, I have added that to some of the other sauces that they have to thin out the sauce and maybe to add a little bit of a different flavor profile to it, depending on what we're having. I have also used that to make coleslaw with.
Oh, that's been real good. The coleslaw and add East Carolina to it was great.
Because I have a recipe that I got from a little restaurant that we used to go to when we lived in St. Louis. And their coleslaw was out of this world. It was extremely simple, and it was a vinegar-based coleslaw, and it uses apple cider vinegar. So as soon as we got this, I told Sean I was going to have to incorporate it into my coleslaw and see how it turned out, and it was fantastic. So I love that in coleslaw. I love it to thin out the other sauces if I'm looking for a different kind of flavor profile.
In case you're wondering why I'm laughing, Mickey's at it again. So,
we're trying to keep him quiet, but
that ain't going to work. That's all right. So the next one is the Memphis, sweet and spicy. So what have we had this on, Amber?
That one we have served it with some ribs that we made.
The ribs, that's what I thought.
And it is a very good sauce. Very, very good. And honestly, none of these sauces that we have tried makes you think, oh, that's a sugar-free sauce. They can go head-to-head with any barbecue sauce that we have tried. Very, very good.
And just so, these aren't advertised as keto sauces by any means. This was us trying to find something that we could work into our keto diet. And we found this, and they came out with this stuff for their own reasons, which had nothing to do with keto. But they definitely fit right into it. Give you an idea on the Memphis, the sweet and spicy. I'll read off some of the ingredients. Dates, carrots, tomato puree, apple puree, butternut squash, salt, vinegar, yellow mustard, paprika, natural smoked onion powder, nutmeg, garlic, black pepper. That's just some of the ingredients on there. And I mean, it's natural sugars that are getting used in it. And yes, they can go head to head with any sauce out there. They are great sauces. Again, they weren't made for keto by any stretch of the imagination. They had their own personal reasons for doing it, and it's turned out great, I think.
It has been a big help because
yes.
we have found a lot of sauces that claim to be keto, and as soon as I start looking at the ingredients, again, we are strict keto. Now, there's plenty of people that do dirty keto, to where they will allow themselves to have a certain amount of sugar as long as the carb level is within their limits for the day. But that's not how we are choosing to do ours. So we'll look at some of these labels that say keto, and you see sugar, you see corn syrup, you see maltodextrin in them. And those are things that we just choose to not put in our body because we do try to follow the strict guidelines for keto.
Yes. So, the last sauce, of course, we haven't tried the Kansas City and won't, unfortunately.
Oh, but we did get a sample because True Made Foods did send us a sample of the Kansas City.
Yeah.
And so we have a friend that is really into barbecue also. And he follows low carb. He's not keto. So I asked him if he would be willing to give it a try and let us know what he thinks. And he took it home. And that night I got a text from him telling me that the sauce was amazing. In fact, I believe his words were, "Holy cow, that is some really good sauce." Yeah. And this is someone that follows low carb. So he allows himself to have sugar in his sauce, in his rubs and stuff. But he was blown away by the Kansas City sauce.
So this last one, and before I go over this last one, I believe they all say it on the labels. Yep. So 2 things that it says on the label that I like. 100% American grown vegetables. Thank you very much for 100% grown American vegetables and veteran owned. Thank you again for your service, and God bless you on that. So the last one is the Carolina Gold, bold and tangy. Now here's the thing, we haven't tried that yet, but we're going to try it right now. We're going to open this up.
Shake it up real good.
Oh yeah, let's shake it before I even crack the label on it. Shake it up real good.
And Carolina Gold sauce is one of my favorite styles of sauce. So
yeah,
excited to give this one a try.
You know, I'm going to have Amber open it. I can't open anything. I know.
Thinking, what is he thinking?
I'll have some good coffee. That's what I'm going to have. But yeah, again, great company. Ketchup having more sugar in it than ice cream. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Like I said, the biggest thing has floored me on being on keto. The 2 biggest things. 1, there's so much more to keto than weight loss. Number 2 is the things you thought were not so bad for you are worse than the things you thought were very bad for you. So what do you think, Amber?
That's good stuff.
Boy, it smells good.
It's really good. While Sean is taste testing it, I will also point out, when you look at the labels, don't get scared away by maybe the sauce having a vegetable or a fruit that you don't care for. That's not going to really impact the flavor of the sauce. Like, I do not like dates at all. And some of the sauces have dates in them, but I would never know that.
And I'm guessing the dates, I mean, I'm not an expert. It's for the sweet.
That would be for
sweetening it up. This Carolina Gold is definitely gold. I mean, that's some good stuff there.
Yep.
If I wasn't having pizza in a bowl tonight, I'd have it on something. But I mean, that is. If you like a mustard-based sauce, I would recommend giving this a try, because I'll tell you right now, Amber. I'll tell you what this is, Amber. This is smacking good stuff. That's what it is. True Made has done a great job on their sauces. I mean, I am really, really impressed. Because one thing I can tell you when it comes to barbecue, one of the biggest things when we used to go out to eat a lot is we always had to have and of course I know when it comes to the barbecue world, there's some places you go that they don't even allow sauces. I get that. But we've always liked sauces, and it was we had to have a good sauce to go with our barbecue, or we just couldn't do it. I mean, and one of the best places we've ever went to was in St. Louis.
Super Smokers in Eureka.
And what was the sauce that you liked so much? It was
Mississippi Mud, and it was again a vinegar-based sauce, extremely thin, because that's all it was vinegar. I'm sure it had some tomato in it, but then it had a ton of spices in it. You had to shake it up really well to eat it. And that sauce, I loved it so much that I literally would just put it on my plate and dip bread in it. That stuff was so amazing.
Well, and before we went on keto, we called them up because we couldn't find it anywhere. And we ordered some straight from them, did we not?
No, I found it on eBay because they would not send it to me.
eBay,
they
that's
wouldn't
right.
send it to me, so
I
found it on eBay.
Yeah, that's right. And I was just glad we found it.
I called it my liquid gold, and I strictly controlled the supply of it.
She did. I didn't get much of it, let me tell you.
Well, you had to promise me you weren't going to waste it.
Yeah, I had to eat it all. Whatever I was like a little kid. If she put it on my plate, I had to eat it all.
Yep.
Had to eat it all.
Or you weren't going to get anything
No.
else to eat until you finished
That's
it.
right. So again, the name of the company is True Made Foods. Again, they didn't do it for keto. It all started because ketchup had more sugar in it than ice cream. And that's something I wouldn't even thought of before, is that ketchup had that much sugar. But I can tell you, after being on keto and reading all the labels, I can tell you, you'll be surprised by a lot of stuff. The stuff that's in it and how much is in it. It's mind blowing sometimes. But again, True Made Foods. And where did we have found them? Now we live in Florida. We have found it.
Whole Foods and Sprouts.
Whole Foods and Sprouts have it, and it's reasonable priced. In fact, these that we had in front of you, I got just the other day. It was buy one get one, was it not?
No, it was $1 off.
Oh, it was $1 off. Yeah, wasn't buy one get one. No, it was $1. Hey, but $1 off's $1 off. Yeah. So I mean, I saved some money on that.
I'm all about saving money when I can.
True Made Foods. I suggest everybody go out and get some and enjoy it, because everything's better together. You want to try some ketchup, Amber?
I've already had it. It's very good.
It is good. I love it.
I love it too.
Sweetie pie.
My sweetie pie.
Mickey, what are you doing? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Mom. Get mine. Get mine. Get mine. Mom, she said, smacking good. Smacking good.
Now you can come.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mickey, you want to come up here? You want to come up here now?